Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. This is Chef Poul. With me is Chef Alex.
Hi.
Chef Amy is in bed sleeping right now because she works graveyards tonight. So unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of having her around. So instead, we're going to make her dinner. So I got a pot of rice and we're making some Chinese orange chicken, which is going to be awesome. It's going to taste great. It's going to taste wonderful. We got some rice, we got some red peppers, and here's our orange chicken. We did not deep fry this, we used the air fryer, so it's going to be totally awesome, lined with sesame seeds, and this is what Amy's bringing to work tonight, whether she likes it or not, which she'll like it. So please stay tuned, and we'll show you some orange chicken. I always want to say ginger, but it's actually orange. But we'll be back. Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. It's Chef Poul. With me, Chef Alex.
Hello.
It's about to say Chef Amy, but it's not Amy. So we're going to be making some orange chicken today, and we're going to do this a little different. We're not deep frying, but I'm going to show you a better way. I got my air fryer in here preheating to 375. You always want to preheat because if you don't, it's going to be a pain. I've got 3/4 of a cup of corn starch. I'm going to put a little bit of low sugar. There's the difference, folks.
Does it matter if you use cornstarch or flour?
It does. Cornstarch is going to be a lot better for it. You can use flour. I don't know that you're going to get the best results from it though. So I'm just going to add a little bit of low sugar and some pepper. I'm going to recommend, guys, that you always carry a little bit of cornstarch because it is really, really good for cooking. If you ever need to make a slurry, it's good for that.
I think cornstarch is also a little bit lighter than flour.
It is. So we're doing something that's going to be like deep frying, but we're not deep frying anything. It's going into the air fryer. And the big difference, guys, it's air fried, not deep fried. This is really going to be an easy meal. So we're going to take that egg, we're going to break it down, and we're going to take a mixer, like a hand mixer. And we're going to kind of go over this a little bit. Now this is an Americanized Chinese dish. Don't let anybody fool you. It is absolutely not. Not a Chinese dish.
Not a traditional Chinese
dish. Not a
dish.
real Chinese dish. I'm going to add just a little bit of water in here. Don't need to go crazy on it. For a full cup's worth. But what you want to do is you want to have this come in here and be like a like a flour or like a batter consistency. Great, so that's looking good to my mind. I'm happy with that. Now, where did I put that chicken? I think chicken is right here. So I've already cut this up. We thawed it, we've cut it. And this is chicken breast. You can use chicken thighs, but I'm using chicken breast. I'm gonna take this out here so we don't want that anymore.
Chicken breast is just a little bit leaner. A lot leaner,
Well,
actually.
no, it's a lot leaner.
A lot leaner than chicken thighs.
And we want the leaner. Now, for our purposes today, my wife Amy is going through some issues with her gallbladder.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going through issues with my kidneys. However, I'm healing. I've had my surgery. However, with that being said, it's not going to hurt anything to still be healthy with it. So what we're doing is we're going to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in this. Don't need a lot, just a little bit. You don't need to spice the chicken up itself. Now this has a nice little batter to it, don't you think?
Yeah.
You just want to mix this so this is completely good. And I think pretty should be good enough now. And it was done anyways. So now with this being said, you don't want to start layering and layering of this. You really don't.
You don't want to overcrowd it.
Because it's going to make a big mess if you do. So you may actually have to do a number of runs. And we're definitely going to have to do at least 2.
That's not a problem, though.
Nope, not at all. Put one more in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this in here, and I'm going to cook this for about 6 minutes, and then I'm going to give it a inspection, see how this looks. I may have to turn, or I might have to toss. Not a big deal. Toss them, and then we're going to put them in a bowl, and we're going to wait, and we'll do the next part. So what you want to do here is just keep an eye on it. Toss it or turn it around so that you get both sides. When it's the consistency that you want, everything has been cooked the way that you want, then you're ready. Put the next bit in, just keep doing that until everything's all done. Should be simple, should be easy, and then we'll get ready for the sauce. Now in the meantime, you can make some rice. We're going to use some red pepper for our garnish. Well, not much garnish, but the side. A few pieces of that. It's not going to be a large meal, but it should be really, really good. So we'll get the chicken started. While we're doing that, please get ready to hit that like, share, subscribe button. We really appreciate it, and we'll be back. And we're back. So where's our chicken? Right here.
And that's all cooked.
It's all cooked. It is lightly battered. Not extreme, and give me for a second. Unfortunately, Chef Paul has a little bit of an issue with digestive tract issues because of kidneys. It is what it is. All right, so I'm going to turn the oven on here. I'm going to set it to about 5. We got a little bit of oil on here because you always want to have that. And just a brief, what we have here. Here I've got half of a whole thing of garlic minced up. I didn't use the food processor today. I've got the juice of, or the zest of 1 orange and the juice of 2 oranges. I've got some honey. I've got some minced up ginger and dark soy sauce, sweet soy sauce, mirin, some sweet cooking rice wine, and some vinegar. Fortunately, I need a little bit of my my pills, but my wife's still sleeping right now and I don't want to wake her up. So now it's starting to heat up here. I'm going to put in some garlic. We're going to start roasting that up a little bit. And I cleaned that already? Yes, I did. Whereas the Chinese dish, I'm gonna roast this with a wooden spoon or wooden spatula. Our old buddy Leon used to always only cook with a spatula. So I'm gonna take 2 big heaping teaspoons of ginger. Always tastes really good.
I think that's some
dark soy sauce. So
dark soy sauce.
So that's going to be a few sprinkles of that. And a few drops of mirin, which is, again, sweet soy sauce. Now, there's one thing we do have to do before it's too late and I forget to do it. And that's a slurry mix. You ask why we want to make a slurry mix? Because it's going to make it a little thicker. That's why. Pretty easy. It's not going to be hard or anything like that. I'm going to set this over here out of the way for a second. I've already done the dishes twice today. If you can't tell, it still looks pretty messy. Alright, so a few tablespoons of cornstarch, some water, take a spoon and mix it in really good. Soon we'll put that in. This is going to help make the mixture, the sauce, a lot thicker. Then I'm going to put in some sweet soy sauce. Now, if you don't have sweet soy sauce, regular soy sauce will do. However, it is better to use sweet. Why? Because it's lower sodium.
And it's thicker.
And it's thicker, so. And as always, when you're adding things, you always want to start to, you always want to mix it up so that nothing clumps and everything works well together. Then we're going to add some vinegar. About 2 tablespoons should be enough of that. What do we have left? You can add brown sugar. However, I prefer just to use honey.
Honey does have sugar, but it's natural sugar.
It's a different type of sugar and processes differently. So but you do need something to give it a little bit of a sweeten, or to add some sweetness to it, because if you don't, then it becomes rather bland.
Yeah.
Now again, this is the zest of 1 orange and juice of 2 oranges. I'm a little disappointed the oranges didn't give me the yield that I was expecting. It is what it is.
Were they smaller oranges?
No, they were actually pretty big.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not, they were actually pretty big. Now I want to give this one big final stir in here. This is going to help to give the thickness up a bit. Now another thing you could have done too, and I'll tell you why I don't do this, is you can just add direct flour instead of doing slurry. I don't like doing flour simply because the flour itself, it works well if you're using butter, and you could have done that, but it wouldn't have tasted the same. It's better to use. It's way better just to use the slurry than it is to use try to do the flour and butter roux mix. That's good for gravy and stuff like that, but in this type of sauce, it's not really the best.
It's good for gravy and mac and cheese, but not really for this.
Okay, so I'm going to reduce the heat down to 3. This is going over here. This is driving me nuts. All right, so this is a little tart, so I'm going to add a little bit more honey.
You always want to make sure you taste it before you finish cooking.
Yeah, always taste. Because when it's already finished, it's too late.
Yeah.
You know what? That's got too garlic on it.
How is it?
Good. Alright, so now we're going to take our chicken. Now, we're not just going to dump it in like crazy. Because if you do that, it's going to splash, and then...
You don't want that.
And you're going to get splashed, and all your dishes and your appliances are going to get splashed. And it's not going to go well for you. And then you're going to have to do your dishes again.
And you'll get sauce all over your clothes.
And over your appliances, and you'll be doing a lot more than just... The sauce is already thickened up, so that's good. Now you just want to stir everything around so that all your chicken is coated. How's this look, Alex?
This looks really good. It smells good too.
So that is our orange chicken, and you can see how that is nice and thick now. You lower the heat a bit, and you bring the chicken in, and the soy helps to make everything really thick and really good that way. That's really important. You absolutely want that thick. Now, one thing you can do, you can use green onion, or we're going to use roasted sesame seeds when we get ready to serve this. But that's basically it. This is our orange chicken. Yes, it's not orange. I'm not going to use orange food coloring just to make it look orange. But when you serve this, you can serve this with some, we're using some red pepper and then some rice. I mean, pretty simple, pretty easy, right?
Yeah, pretty easy.
I mean, how's that look?
Looks delicious.
It absolutely does. So we're done here, so I'm going to take this off the heat, turn this off. I'm going to say thank you for coming. A lot of these ingredients you probably have sitting around at home. If you don't, it shouldn't be too big of a deal for you to go get them. And this is what making cooking great again is all about. Stuff that you have at home, stuff you have available for you, and easy to get and easy to cook, and you'll have a super awesome meal. I hope you guys like it. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button.